New cars come with all kinds of bells and whistles these days, from heated seats all the way up to autonomous driving.
Well, here's something that may not come as a surprise for those of you who have bought a new car or truck recently.
Picture this. You've just driven home in a gleaming, brand new 2025 model. The leather still smells fresh. The dashboard lights up like a spaceship, and the salesman swore this was the future of driving. But fast forward a few months, and the shine wears off, literally. Suddenly, the check engine light won't stay off, repair bills keep piling up, and your so-called dream car is draining your bank account faster than you ever imagined. And the most unsettling part? These aren't just bargain bin vehicles from unknown brands. Consumer Reports has revealed that some of the worst cars of 2025 include luxury SUVs and premium EVs with price tags that scream status but hide shocking reliability issues. Cars that promise to deliver cutting-edge technology and stress-free ownership are instead topping the charts for all the wrong reasons. And the first name on that list might just surprise you, because it's not only a household name, it's a company that built its reputation on revolutionizing the auto industry. Rivian was supposed to be the golden child of the EV revolution. When the company unveiled its R1T pickup and R1S SUV, critics hailed them as game changers. Finally, an electric truck that could take on Tesla while offering rugged capability and futuristic design. Early buyers were swept up in the excitement, eager to be part of something that felt new, bold, and innovative. Owning a Rivian wasn't just about driving, it was about making a statement. You were buying into the future of transportation. But the dream quickly turned into a headache. Consumer Reports ranked Rivian dead last in reliability for 2025, with a jaw-dropping score of 18 out of 100. That's not just bad, it's catastrophic. Owners have reported endless frustrations, software updates that break more features than they fix, screens that glitch and freeze mid-drive, and even basic hardware failures that leave the truck undrivable. And because Rivian is still a relatively young company, the service network isn't nearly as widespread as legacy automakers. That means when something breaks, and it often does, owners can be left waiting weeks or even months for a fix. Imagine paying north of $75,000 for a cutting-edge truck, only to find yourself stuck in a rental car while your expensive EV sits in a repair bay, collecting dust. And here's the kicker. Despite these glaring issues, Rivian's vehicles continue to generate hype, with fans defending the brand as if reliability scores are just growing pains. But how long can buyers excuse a company that's consistently at the bottom of the charts? Rivian was supposed to prove that electric trucks could be reliable, practical, and adventurous. Instead, it's become a cautionary tale, a flashy name with premium pricing that hides a mountain of problems. And Rivian isn't the only one letting drivers down. Another American icon, a brand once synonymous with prestige, has also landed itself on the worst cars of 2025 list. And this time, the bills are even uglier. For decades, Cadillac has been marketed as the ultimate symbol of American luxury. Sleek designs, plush interiors, and a reputation for prestige made it the go-to brand for anyone who wanted comfort wrapped in class. But in 2025, that glossy image is cracking wide open. Consumer Reports has ranked Cadillac near the very bottom for reliability, with a dismal score of 27 out of 100. For a brand that sells itself as premium, those numbers are shocking. And for buyers, they're more than just disappointing. They're expensive. Take the Cadillac XT5, a mid-size SUV that's supposed to compete with luxury imports. Owners are reporting a laundry list of issues: electrical failures, transmission hiccups, and costly maintenance that piles up long before the warranty expires. Even Cadillac's much-hyped electric entry, the Lyriq, hasn't escaped criticism. While the Lyriq dazzles with its futuristic design and advanced features, it's already being flagged for early reliability concerns, and its projected repair costs over 10 years climb to nearly $6,900. That means owning one could cost thousands more in upkeep than more dependable alternatives, leaving many customers wondering if luxury is just another word for expensive headaches. And the damage goes beyond wallets. It's also about trust. Cadillac has spent years trying to reinvent itself, promising younger buyers that it can stand toe-to-toe with the likes of BMW, Mercedes, and Lexus. But when Consumer Reports keeps labeling the brand as one of the least reliable in the industry, that promise starts to sound hollow. Buyers looking for dependable long-term ownership are learning the hard way that prestige doesn't always equal peace of mind. And Cadillac isn't the only American badge dragging its reputation through the mud. because another name, once celebrated for toughness and durability, has also landed itself on the blacklist. And this time, it hits drivers who thought they were buying rugged dependability. For generations, GMC and Jeep have sold themselves as the go-anywhere, do-anything brands. GMC trucks are marketed as professional grade, while Jeep has built its entire identity around freedom, adventure, and durability. But Consumer Reports' latest rankings expose a harsh reality. Both brands are near the bottom of the list for reliability in 2025, tied with an embarrassing score of 33 out of 100. For companies that pride themselves on toughness, those numbers sting. And for buyers, they hit hardest in the wallet. Jeep, for example, still draws in customers with the rugged Gladiator pickup and the iconic Wrangler, but the ownership experience often turns into a financial slog. Reports show issues with suspensions, transmissions, and electrical systems, leaving drivers with repair bills that average around $6,470 over 10 years. That's thousands more than more dependable competitors. What's worse, Jeep's constant push to modernize its models with flashy tech has only added more complexity and more things to go wrong. So while drivers love the look and the brand's adventurous image, many are stuck paying a premium for problems that just won't quit. GMC isn't faring much better. Its Sierra 1500 pickup and massive Yukon XL SUV promise strength and capability, but owners are reporting breakdowns ranging from engine troubles to recurring electronics failures. And with repair costs piling up, that professional-grade badge is starting to feel more like an expensive inside joke. Together, GMC and Jeep show that image can only carry a brand so far, because when buyers realize their rugged rides are eating away at their savings, loyalty quickly turns into frustration. And if those numbers weren't shocking enough, another automaker, one of the most talked about brands in the entire EV space, is also catching heat for reliability problems. And this time, it's a company everyone thought was untouchable. Few car companies inspire the kind of loyalty that Tesla does. Since the launch of the Model S more than a decade ago, the brand has built an almost cult-like following. Sleek designs, industry-leading acceleration, and futuristic features like autopilot and massive touchscreens made Tesla feel less like a car and more like a piece of tech history. For many buyers, purchasing a Tesla isn't just about transportation. It's about being part of a revolution. But beneath the excitement lies a reality that's far less glamorous. Consumer Reports has now ranked Tesla as the 6th least reliable brand of 2025, a shocking placement for a company that prides itself on innovation. The problems are widespread: unreliable sensors, constant software glitches, fit and finish issues on new deliveries, and even recurring hardware failures like suspensions and batteries. And then there are the recalls. Tesla has consistently led the industry in recall numbers, pulling cars back for everything from seatbelt malfunctions to steering problems. While many of these recalls are handled through over-the-air software updates, bigger mechanical issues still require long service visits, leaving owners frustrated and stranded. And the costs aren't negligible. Analysts estimate that Tesla owners spend around $4,300 on maintenance in just the first 5 years, which is higher than many luxury competitors. That number only climbs as the cars age, with some early owners reporting repair bills that look more like they belong to a high-end European brand than a futuristic EV. Combined with long wait times for parts and the limited number of certified repair centers, what was supposed to be a cutting-edge, worry-free experience often turns into weeks of downtime and thousands of dollars lost. Yet despite all of this, Tesla continues to top the charts in one surprising area: customer satisfaction. Owners love the instant acceleration, the tech-heavy interiors, and the prestige of driving one of the most recognizable EVs in the world. For many, those thrills outweigh the frustrations, at least for now. But as competitors like Hyundai, Kia, and even traditional luxury brands roll out EVs with fewer problems and stronger dependability, the question becomes, how long can Tesla's charm outshine its flaws? And Tesla isn't alone in this struggle, because overseas, some of the most prestigious international automakers are also being flagged as cars to avoid in 2025, and the names on that list will raise more than a few eyebrows. When people think of unreliable cars, they usually picture budget models or untested startups. But some of the most shocking names on Consumer Reports and global reviews' worst of 2025 lists are international giants that have spent decades building reputations for excellence. And for luxury buyers, that revelation stings the most. Brands like Land Rover, Porsche, and Mercedes sell the idea of flawless craftsmanship and cutting-edge engineering. Yet in 2025, their models are being flagged as some of the riskiest purchases a driver can make. Take Land Rover, for example. The brand has long been associated with off-road prestige and British sophistication, but owners of models, like the Range Rover and Defender, are reporting everything from faulty infotainment systems to costly drivetrain failures. It's a cruel irony. Vehicles marketed as indestructible adventurers are breaking down during everyday commutes. Then there's Porsche, a company synonymous with performance. The Taycan, its first electric flagship, was supposed to prove that high-end sports car makers could conquer the EV world. Instead, it's plagued by reliability complaints, with owners citing repeated software crashes and charging system issues that undermine its six-figure price tag. And Mercedes isn't escaping unscathed either. The EQE SUV, one of its big pushes into the luxury EV space, has been spotlighted as a model to avoid due to quality control issues and early life breakdowns, for buyers dropping well over $80,000. The last thing they expect is an endless cycle of dealer visits and warranty claims. Yet that's exactly what many are experiencing. Add Kia into the mix, flagged globally for slipping dependability despite its surge in popularity. And it's clear that 2025 isn't just exposing weak startups. It's revealing cracks in the armor of some of the world's most established automakers. What all of this shows is that prestige, history, and price don't guarantee dependability. A shiny badge on the hood may impress neighbors, but it won't save you from repair bills piling up in the glove compartment. And when brands like Land Rover, Porsche, and Mercedes are showing up alongside Rivian and Jeep on cars to avoid lists, it sends a powerful message. Reliability is no longer tied to reputation. But there's still one bigger picture to uncover here, because when you step back, these problems aren't just about individual brands. They reveal a deeper trend that's reshaping the entire industry. Step back from the individual brands, and a clear trend begins to emerge. The gap between reputation and reality in the auto industry has never been wider. For decades, buyers trusted certain names: Cadillac for luxury, Jeep for adventure, Mercedes for refinement, assuming those badges meant security. But 2025 is proving that image alone doesn't shield you from breakdowns, recalls, and staggering repair bills. Even the brands pushing the future of electric mobility, like Rivian and Tesla, are struggling to deliver on the promise of long-term dependability. Electric vehicles, in particular, highlight this paradox. On paper, EVs should require less maintenance, with fewer moving parts compared to gas engines. Yet owners of models like the Rivian R1T, Porsche Taycan, and Mercedes EQE are running into endless problems with software, charging systems, and early component failures. It turns out that while the technology is groundbreaking, it's also untested at scale, and paying customers are footing the bill for those growing pains. Meanwhile, traditional gas-powered SUVs from Jeep and GMC show that legacy automakers aren't immune to problems either, plagued by aging platforms and poor long-term durability. Then there's the satisfaction paradox. Some of the lowest-ranked brands in reliability, Tesla being the clearest example, still enjoy sky-high owner satisfaction scores. It shows that many buyers are willing to overlook problems for now, valuing performance, style, or the sense of belonging to a brand's community. But as competition heats up, that tolerance may not last forever. Once rival automakers start offering cars that deliver both excitement and reliability, loyalty could vanish overnight. At the end of the day, 2025 is shaping up to be a year of revelations. Car companies can no longer rely on flashy marketing or brand heritage to cover up weak reliability. Buyers are smarter, data is clearer, and Consumer Reports findings prove that even the most prestigious names can collapse under scrutiny. And as this industry-wide shakeup continues, it leaves us with one big question: which cars are truly worth your money, and which ones are nothing more than expensive traps? The verdict is clear. Some of the flashiest cars of 2025 are also the ones most likely to bankrupt you. Rivian, Cadillac, Jeep, GMC, Tesla, Land Rover, Porsche, Mercedes. The list reads like a who's who of prestige and innovation, yet they've all landed in the spotlight for the wrong reasons. From luxury SUVs that bleed you dry in maintenance to EVs that can't seem to stay out of the shop, these brands prove that a shiny badge and a futuristic design don't guarantee peace of mind. So what's the takeaway? Simple. Never assume price equals dependability. Whether it's a $40,000 Jeep or a $100,000 Taycan, what matters most is whether the car will actually keep you on the road and out of the repair shop. Consumer Reports has laid out the numbers, and the numbers don't lie. Brand loyalty can be expensive, and buying into hype can cost you more than you bargained for. At the end of the day, the real luxury isn't a badge on your grill. It's knowing your car won't leave you stranded or drain your bank account. And as 2025 proves, that luxury is rarer than ever. So the next time you're tempted by sleek ads and futuristic promises, remember this: sometimes the most dangerous cars aren't the ones speeding down the highway. They're the ones quietly waiting to empty your wallet.